Breaking new details in a quadruple shooting in Northwest D.C.
Right now, there's an active search for the shooters. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us for D.C. News Now at 6. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Tasmeen Mahfouz, and we have live team coverage tonight. D.C. News Now's Dave Laval and Daniel Hamburg are at the scene following the story for us tonight.
And Dave, let's start with you. Police looking for the gunman tonight.
Well, Chris, Tasmeen, and they are asking for the public's help in locating the sedan the two suspects are said to have used to commit the crimes. We are at the corner of North Capitol Street and New York Avenue, outside the Taylor House Apartments where the shootings happened. Police told us that shots rang out shortly after 1 o'clock this afternoon, as the gunman fired nearly 36 times. 4 people got hit, 1 in critical condition, while the other 3 suffered what police called non-life-threatening injuries. They're all being treated at nearby hospitals. Police held a news conference a couple of hours ago as Commander Tasha Bryant condemned the attack.
Any violence in our city we take seriously, and in reference to this community, we're always out here. We're going to be here.
Today's shootings took place not far from where 2 people died and 3 others wounded in an August 24th shooting on O Street Northwest. 3 people, meanwhile, were wounded in another shooting later that night on Quincy Place Northwest. Police called that one retaliation for the earlier incident, but they said it's still too early to say if today's shooting is related to the other ones. We're live in Northwest. Dave Laval, D.C. News Now.
All right, Dave, thank you. And continuing our team coverage right now, D.C. News Now reporter Daniel Hamburg talked to witnesses there.
And Daniel, it was a close call for one man that you spoke with.
Yeah, Kristen Tasmeen, that's right. That man had a speaker that actually got hit with gunfire. Now, this is an area prone to violence in the last several months and days. Just last Sunday, this past Sunday, a 22-year-old man was shot and killed right here on the 1200 block of North Capitol Street. And in August, there was another mass shooting, 5 people shot, 2 people dead in that case. Police at the time thought it could have been a problem because of an open area drug market. They say basically they chase people away from one area and they just move to another. We don't know the exact motive of this shooting today, but police say they continue to patrol this area and they will continue to patrol this area. Again, that man we talked with, you mentioned earlier, Robert Wheeler, 62 years old. He was sitting right outside of the liquor store when the shooting happened, and he was extremely lucky that he didn't get hit with a gunfire.
You holding it or you?
No, right here. I'm lucky. I'm lucky.
And the police commander here saying that she needs the public's help to get these violent offenders off the streets. Again, she says they will continue working with community leaders to try to make this area safer. We're live in Northwest. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, Daniel, thank you. We'll check back in with Dave and Daniel later on in our program. But developing now, a person is hurt in a house fire in Northeast D.C. It happened on 45th Street. The latest information we have is that the person's injuries are not life-threatening. Vito Maggiolo, the D.C. Fire and EMS Department Public Information Officer, reports that everyone made it out of the building safely.
Everybody made it out of the building, either assisted by firefighters or self-evacuated. Again, one of those was somebody at a third-floor window seeking help, and we brought that person down a ladder from the 3rd floor to safety.
Yeah, so 4 people were displaced. Investigators are still trying to find out what caused that fire.
And tonight, concerns about higher gas prices continue. Oil-producing countries in OPEC are slashing the number of barrels they produce by millions per day. It's a move President Biden criticized today. DC News Now consumer reporter Ben Dennis joining us now. You've been looking into how you can stretch your dollar at the pump. And Ben, gas prices really are different all around the DMV.
Chris, that's right. Good evening. We all hate looking down on our dashboards and seeing that empty light turn on. But before you panic, there are plenty of ways to find the cheapest gas near you. Tools right at your fingertips. Separated only by several miles, Fuel costs seem unpredictable these days, and prices at the pump in D.C. and across the DMV, well, they're different. Just outside of Falls Church, a regular gallon of gas at that Shell, $3.75. Come down the road about a quarter mile, $3.39 at a Sunoco. We drove around the DMV, tracking prices at pumps. In Northwest D.C., several stores listing regular gas at $3.99 a gallon. But just a few miles away in Bethesda, Maryland, prices hovered near $3.65. And outside of Falls Church, Virginia, a significant drop from D.C. That Sunoco we mentioned, 60 cents less than many pumps in the district. How to save in a pinch? Safely pull over and use apps like Gas Buddy, Upside, or even Waze to see where the most affordable options are nearby. Did you know that there are apps that you can search and actually find the cheapest options around? Short answer, drivers did.
I go on my phone, look for the cheapest gas at is right here.
While several drivers said they were aware of apps that map prices, many said they don't use them and regularly stop at the same station.
By the end of the year, I think gasoline prices could go up maybe 20 cents more.
Hossein Askari, professor emeritus for international affairs at George Washington University, says consumers should not be alarmed by OPEC's decision to slash oil production.
I don't think it's going to go up that much as people think. I think there's a lot of hype here.
While OPEC's move upsets President Biden,
Disappointment.
the president signaled other ways to ensure disrupted fuel supply to the U.S. doesn't hurt consumers.
A lot of alternatives. We haven't made up our mind yet.
Other ways to cut costs, consider credit cards that give you points for fueling up. The Upside app also gives you points that turn into future discounts. Stretch your dollar by going that extra mile, literally, to find the cheapest prices. Ben Dennis, DC News Now. Back to you.
Ben, thank you. So happening now, DC's auditor uncovers problems with the way the Metropolitan Police Department terminated officers. And it's been extremely costly to the district, with millions of dollars paid out. DC News Now political and government reporter Leonard Fleming has the details after going through that report. Leonard, what'd you find?
Good evening, Tasmeen. The termination and reinstatement process at MPD is sloppy and needs reform. That's largely the upshot from the 86-page report from DC's auditor Kathleen Patterson, given the large settlements and judgments paid out. And perhaps cops who should have been fired are back in their jobs. Mistakes have consequences, and DC's auditor says MPD could have avoided these problems.
We came up with findings that for 37 officers who were fired and reinstated, 36 were awarded $20 million, but paid $14 million because you net out what they earned. And that's a huge cost to the district. But it also showed that these cases take forever. That's one of the drivers for the dollar figure. And frankly, some of the cases sort of defy common sense, which means we have had folks in the department who, by any sort of reasonable man standard, would not be there.
And why?
Because of missed deadlines, because of lack of evidence, because of past practice, because of decisions by arbitrators, because just for a variety of reasons, folks were returned to the department.
For the public's sake, are these bad police officers that are being returned back to the department?
One of the reasons we included some snapshots of the officers involved in the reinstatements was to show what exactly happened in their cases. And we do have some individuals who were reinstated who had been found guilty of assault, who had been arrested and charged with assault with a dangerous weapon, who were returned to the department. And I think in at least one of those cases, maybe both, it was the department missing deadlines. And so for the sort of due process rights of the individuals, they then weren't terminated.
There's the public's point of view.
If you have someone who you would really rather not be carrying a gun on your behalf, you know, some of those folks did appear to be returned to the department.
Returning bad cops to the streets shouldn't happen, she said.
Some of these officers who appear to have appeared by the evidence in the arbitrator cases and other cases appear to have perpetrated offenses for which they should not be on the department are back because not just sloppiness on the part of the department, but also because of rules and laws that the administrative law parties are following.
What is the panacea, the recipe to fix this?
One of the things we point out in the audit is the sheer number of parties involved here. So we've got council setting laws, the executive setting regulations, the police department with their general orders, two administrative law bodies, courts that are local. So you have all these players, and it's really no wonder that it's a Byzantine set of practices.
An MPD statement said it appreciated the auditor's work and is concerned about officers fired for misconduct that erodes the public's trust. D.C. Police Union Chairman Greg Pemberton declined to go on camera, but his statement had harsh words for the auditor. He accused her of covering up the decisions made by the police chief and no effort to correct MPD mismanagement. For DC News Now, I'm Leonard N. Fleming.
Happy Thursday, my friends. Hopefully you're enjoying all the sunshine out and about, and the clearing going to continue to take place across the district. We have high pressure now well towards our south, and that's allowing for our clouds to really split apart. Look at this live cam. You can see a glimpse of sun trying to peek through these high clouds that are currently in place, but I promise you, as we go into Friday, more of the same weather pattern that's going to continue to really be intact. But man, what is really showing out this afternoon is our daytime highs. This is almost like a spring field that's out there. Break out the t-shirts once again, and that continues into your Friday with highs back in the mid 70s. But look at Shenandoah Valley to Fredericksburg, currently at 77. I do have a few isolated spots across northern Virginia officially hitting 80 degrees this afternoon. So this warming trend really continues. But compared to earlier this week, we have many spots that are about 15 to 20 degrees warmer. So it's going to be a fantastic evening. My suggestion, get outside, enjoy this, because we have a flip in our weather pattern that's going to happen fairly quickly. So partly cloudy to mostly clear skies tonight. Around 8 o'clock, we're still in the mid 60s. By that 10 o'clock hour, lower 60s, and a few spots out towards our west, mid 50s, and pretty comfortable air. Now, as we go into Friday, stepping into the weekend, we do have a breeze that is about to be pretty significant across our region, along with temperatures dropping about 15 degrees.